The Lockheed Martin F-35 Lightning II is not just another fighter jet. It is one of the most ambitious military aircraft programs ever attempted, a stealthy, supersonic, single-seat strike fighter designed to fight in the air, attack targets on the ground, gather intelligence, and act as a flying sensor hub for other forces. By 2025, hundreds were already in service, making it the most numerous stealth aircraft in the world. But the F-35 is also controversial. Supporters see it as the backbone of Allied air power for decades. Critics see it as a symbol of cost overruns, delays, and extreme complexity. To understand why it matters, you have to look beyond its shape and ask what problem it was built to solve. The F-35 came out of the Joint Strike Fighter program, a huge effort to replace several older aircraft with one shared family of jets. The United States wanted successors for aircraft such as the F-16 Fighting Falcon, the F/A-18 Hornet, and the AV-8B Harrier II. Each had served different missions, from land-based air combat to carrier operations and vertical landing Marine Corps support. Instead of building completely separate replacements, the idea was to create a common platform with different versions. Lockheed Martin's X-35 demonstrator beat Boeing's X-32 in 2001, setting the stage for the F-35. The winning concept promised stealth, advanced sensors, and enough flexibility to serve multiple branches and allied nations. The result was not one aircraft, but three main variants. The F-35A is the conventional takeoff and landing model, built mainly for traditional Air Force runways. It is the most widely used version and the one most Allied customers have purchased. The F-35B is the short takeoff and vertical landing version, designed to operate from amphibious ships, smaller carriers, and austere bases where long runways may not be available. The F-35C is built for aircraft carriers, using catapult-assisted takeoff and arrested recovery. It has larger wings, stronger landing gear, and features suited for demanding carrier operations. The variants share a design philosophy, but each solves a different operational problem. The F-35 is often described as a stealth fighter, but stealth is only part of the story. Its shape, materials, internal weapons bays, and radar-absorbing features are designed to reduce detection, especially by radar systems. This can give pilots an advantage when entering defended airspace or striking high-value targets. But stealth does not mean invisibility. It means making the aircraft harder to detect, track, and engage at useful ranges. That difference matters. In modern warfare, even a small delay in detection can allow a pilot to shoot first, leave before enemy defenses react, or pass critical information to other aircraft, ships, or ground forces. What makes the F-35 especially important is its sensor and data capability. It is designed to collect information from radar, infrared systems, electronic signals, and other sources, then combine that information into a clearer picture for the pilot. This is often called sensor fusion. Instead of forcing the pilot to interpret separate displays and guess what matters, the aircraft attempts to organize the battlefield digitally. The F-35 can also share information with other assets, making it valuable even when it is not firing weapons. In that sense, it functions as a fighter, a strike aircraft, an electronic warfare platform, and an intelligence-gathering node all at once. This multi-role design is why so many countries have joined or bought into the program. The United States operates all three main variants, while allies such as Italy and Japan operate more than one version. F-35s are used or ordered across much of NATO and by partners including Australia, South Korea, and others. The United Kingdom operates the F-35B for carrier aviation, and Israel operates its own customized F-35I variant. For allies, buying the F-35 is not only about owning a stealth jet. It is also about interoperability, being able to train, deploy, share data, and operate alongside US and NATO forces using a common advanced platform. The F-35's combat debut came after years of testing and gradual entry into service. The Marine Corps declared its F-35B ready first in 2015, followed by the U.S. Air Force F-35A in 2016 and the Navy F-35C in 2019. Israel was the first to use the aircraft in combat, in strikes in Syria in 2018. The U.S. later used the F-35B in Afghanistan, and the F-35C saw combat from carriers in strikes in Yemen. Since then, F-35s have been used in multiple conflicts and theaters by the United States, Israel, and the United Kingdom. These operations show that the aircraft has moved from a development project into a frontline weapon system. The F-35's mission set includes air-to-air combat, ground attack, electronic warfare, reconnaissance, and in some versions, nuclear delivery. F-35s can carry USB-61 nuclear bombs, adding them to NATO's nuclear sharing arrangements and future planning. Several countries have either purchased or plan to purchase nuclear-capable F-35s. This gives the aircraft a strategic role beyond conventional conflict. At the same time, its ability to carry weapons internally supports stealthy operations, while external hardpoints can be used when stealth is less important and a larger weapons load is needed. The aircraft is therefore built for both the opening phase of high-threat wars and later phases where payload may matter more. But the F-35 program has always carried a heavy burden: cost. It is one of the most expensive weapons programs in history, with lifetime program costs projected in the trillions of dollars when decades of operations, maintenance, upgrades, and inflation are included. The flyaway price of each jet varies by variant, with the F-35A generally cheaper than the F-35B and F-35C, and the engine adding significant cost of its own. The challenge is not just buying the aircraft. It is sustaining a global fleet, maintaining stealth coatings, updating software, training pilots, supplying spare parts, and keeping readiness high across many nations and services. Much of the criticism comes from the program's complexity. Building 3 variants around a common design created engineering compromises. Developing advanced stealth, software, sensors, logistics systems, and weapons integration at the same time made the program difficult to manage. Low-rate production began while development was still ongoing, meaning aircraft were built before all problems were solved. This approach can speed fielding, but it also creates expensive retrofits later. Delays, maintenance concerns, and upgrade backlogs have made the F-35 a frequent target for lawmakers and analysts. Yet despite criticism, countries continue to buy it because there are few alternatives with the same combination of stealth, sensors, and allied integration. The F-35 also changes how air forces think about combat. Earlier fighters were often judged by speed, maneuverability, range, and weapons. Those still matter, but the F-35 emphasizes information advantage. A pilot who sees the enemy first, understands the threat environment, and shares targeting data can shape a battle before a dogfight ever begins. The aircraft is designed for networked warfare, where jets, satellites, ships, drones, and ground units exchange information. In that environment, the F-35 may be valuable not only as a shooter, but as a scout and coordinator. Its greatest strength may be making the entire force around it more aware and more lethal. The United States plans to buy thousands of F-35s, with the aircraft expected to remain in service for decades and operate into the late 21st century. That long future explains both the scale of investment and the intensity of debate. If the F-35 performs as intended, it will anchor U.S. and allied tactical aviation, giving NATO and partner nations a shared stealth platform for air defense, strike missions, and intelligence gathering. If costs and sustainment problems grow too severe, the aircraft could strain defense budgets for generations. Either way, the F-35 Lightning II is more than a fighter. It is a bet on what modern air power is becoming. If you found this helpful, please like this video and subscribe for more explainers.